Morning, welcome back to my channel. Chester and I just wanted to come on really quickly and introduce this video to you because I realised I literally just went in with on day one. Excuse me, we're professionals and we're filming, thank you. So I have decided to play the minimalism game, which if you're unaware of how that works, on the first day you declutter one thing, on the second day you declutter two things, and so on and so forth for as many days as you choose. They normally do it for 30 days. I did it for 30 days, but then there's some bonus days at the end because that was 465 items and I really wanted to get over 500. But I was just moving all the videos onto my laptop and realised I never recorded any sort of intro. So despite the fact I've got no makeup on, my hair shoved up, I thought I would just introduce this video so it makes sense to you. And Chester, hey, you going to say hello to the people? Say, oh, that's a terrible double chin. I really need to lose weight. New year, new me. So this is my minimalism challenge. I get rid of well over 500 items and I just talk you through what it is that I'm getting rid of, if that's something that interests you. Do let me know if you've tried anything like this. I've done the A to Z declutter game now, which I did a few weeks ago and I've uploaded already, so I'll link that. I can't remember which side. Hey, chill out. And now this is the minimalism game. So I really enjoy doing things like this. It gives me a purpose to the decluttering rather than doing whole spaces. I can literally just be pulling out things, but I didn't do it exactly as the rules suggest. So I didn't necessarily do them in the same order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I didn't do it every single day. I just did it when I had a chance. So that's how I did the game, and that worked for me, to be fair. So I'll kind of write down in the description box below how I did the challenge, because as I say, I did it slightly differently and that worked for me and that might work for you. So I'll put all of my kind of rules and stipulations in that down below so you know how I did it. And without further ado, here are the well over 500 items that have actually already left my home. Enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe. So this is the offending item. This is the steak that was still in our garden from lights we had 2 summers ago that I probably threw away last winter. No. The winter before probably. We probably only had it this summer and then they were thrown that winter. So that is item number 1. Day number 2, these are the 2 items that I am decluttering. This is a detergent cap that obviously you put your detergent in, goes in the wash, but Chester has chewed it. And not only is it chewed, but it's actually really quite sharp at points. And I don't want it to rip and damage our clothes while it's in the washing machine. And then the second item is this. This is a 3-pin to 2-pin adapter. It came with Matt bought a diffuser for the front room, and we don't need this, so I am going to declutter it. Okay, day 3, these are the 3 things that I am decluttering. I'm actually taking these back to my parents because these are all from my mum and dad and I seem to have kept hold of them. So this was a sweetie tin that my mum made me a salad in. This was something that I had lunch in. Just need to clean the top again. And then my mum made us a crumble at some point. Oops, I don't know what I've got in there. A couple of crumbs. My mum made us a crumble in those. So these never belonged to me in the first place, but they've ended up getting put into our kitchen cupboards. So I'm going to pop these in a bag and give these back to my parents. Okay, day 4, and these are the 4 items that I am decluttering. So I wouldn't have decluttered this, but I found it on the rug in the front room with all of the teeth on the floor, so I'm having to. So that's, the dog's gone for that. It was only £4 from Asda, but even so, that's now going. Found this random lid in my bedside table. I don't even know where it goes to, so I'm getting rid of that. This powder has broken, and in all honesty, I didn't like the colour of this. It was a bit too pale for me. So this is nude beige. I normally wear Maybelline nude in a different powder, but that one I just didn't like, and I'm getting rid of my toothbrush because it just looks completely manky. I won't show you for very long. I've replaced that with a new one. So those are my 4 items for day 4. Okay, day 5, I am getting rid of this half of a hair clip, which I don't even know where the hair clip is, but that has broken off, and so I'm going to bin that. There is also this cap. Now I'm pretty sure which perfume bottle that goes to upstairs, but in all honesty, the perfume itself is almost out, so I'm just going to bin the lid. I'm getting rid of this tin. I've eaten the shortbread, or I ate some of the shortbread. I've binned the ones that they're more open forever and ever, and that's now being recycled. And then this was going to be one item, but it's ended up being two, because I was going to throw the roller head away because this got put down the side of the fridge when I used it before, and then I forgot all about it, so it's gone rock hard. But we can't get the roller head off of this roller pole at all. We've both tried and it's just not budging, so unfortunately that now makes 1 and 2. So there are my 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, for some reason I thought I hadn't got 5 as my 5 items for day 5. Day 6, I have a broken and chewed up hair clip that the dog got to a while ago. I don't know where this was, but I found it recently. I've got an old phone case. I've got a peg that I found chewed up in the garden, which I don't think was the dog. I think it was a fox, because the dog was very interested in it this morning. Hi! There's this ornament that we had in the garden, but it is broken. I'm worried he's going to chew the wires and things. This pair of rubber gloves I bought in Aldi, I bought a small, but they're just a bit too tight. They hurt my fingers when I'm wearing them, so I need to buy a medium, so I need to bin them. This is a work top of Matt's, which he got. It's a new top, but it's just a bit short on him. He's quite tall and it looks a bit silly, so he needs to go up a size just for the length. So that is day 6. So this is day 7, and these are the things that I'm getting rid of. So I have a, throwing it all over the place. I have a broken hairband and a broken hanger, so they're going. A holy sock, so I'm getting rid of that. I've got loads of this sock, so I don't need to worry about getting rid of a pair. I'm getting rid of these 2 coasters. Now, they were a really, really light grey when we bought them, but because they're sort of beaded, they're from Poundland, all the dust settles in them and they've gone a really horrible colour. And we've got some really nice Chester coasters downstairs, only 2 of them, so we're going to bring those upstairs instead, so I'm going to bin those. I'm also going to bin these M Design jars. Oh, that one's leaking. That one had micellar water in it, and that had Child's Farm moisturiser, but the tops of the jars have gone really funny. I've had them a really long time, to be fair, but I've used up the moisturiser in that. I'm going to bin that bottle, recycle the glass anyway. And this one, it constantly leaks and the top's now broken, so I'm just going to get rid of the last little bit of micellar water, and then in fact, I'm going to pour it back into the plastic jar because I've still got the pot, and then I'm recycling that. And then the final item is this pair of shoes that I bought. Sorry about that tiny bit of blue nail varnish still on my hands. I bought these shoes for a friend's wedding. They went beautifully with my outfit and they're absolutely gorgeous, and they are the most uncomfortable shoes I've ever owned in my life. And I was so grateful that I'd brought sandals because I was in them like literally straight after dinner, and they hurt like literally from the minute I put them on, so it's silly to keep them. If I need another pair of shoes similar, I'm gonna have to find something different. So that was day 7. Day 8, and I have got this D&D Player's Handbook which I've borrowed, which I'm going to give back, and I'm going to get rid of this bag as well. I'm going to give it back in that bag. Then I'm counting this as 1 item, so this would make 3. I've got a selection of cutlery that I'm going to take into work, give it a bit of a wash once I get there. None of this belongs to us. I've probably taken most of it from work. This used to be ours, but we've got rid of that set now. Then I have, for number 4, this bookmark, which is super cute, but the dog found it, has taken the nose off and chewed through this, so I can't use it anymore. Item 5 is this phone charger. For some reason the end is broken and it isn't charging my phone anymore. And then 6, 7 and 8 are these items. I've just been putting together some Kallax furniture. These are the felt pads left over that I don't need. These are the Allen keys that came with it. Every time you buy an IKEA piece of furniture, it comes with the tool that you need. I don't need these anymore. And then finally this set of screws and covers and things, because I'm not wall mounting mine, I don't need them. So that is day 8. Okay, day 9, and the dog's just decided to start going mad. I'm having a bit of a clear out. What are you doing? Doing a load of washing as well. Day 9, I've got 2 toys that he has destroyed, so they are well and truly ready for the bin. A hanger. Every time we buy something we end up with these plastic hangers, and so I'm going to take that to Asda. I have a broken stapler from school that I don't really know how it ended up in my bag. This was a dog poo bag holder, but he's chewed through the like the hook that attaches to his lead, so that's now redundant. This is a little plastic tube that came with my torch for school journey, but it doesn't even fit anything, so I don't see the point of it. This is a lead that doesn't go to anything that we have currently. This, I don't even know, I think this was one of Matt's old work phones. So I don't need that anymore. I am going to take it into work and see. No, I'm not going to take it into work. I'm going to get rid of it. And then I'm counting this as 2 items. So this is all the packaging for all my school journey stuff. So I've literally taken all the packaging off, put it into one box. And then this is all the packaging for some birthday presents that I received that I've also taken off and compactly put them away. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 items for day 9. Okay, day 10, I've got this 3-pack of bras. I'm counting this as 3 items. This 3-pack of bras, I didn't like the fit of those, so I'm returning those. I'm returning 2 dresses as well, because this was a little bit clingy. That was beyond clingy, so I'm taking those back. That's all from Poundland. Then I've got this Me to You cocktail mixer and a glass with the Me to You Bear and the 30. I never use this because I'm constantly knocking glasses over, and this is going to be a prime suspect. I had one more door than I needed, so that needs to be returned to IKEA. Then I've got this cushion cover. This was originally from B&M. I love it, but it doesn't go in our front room anymore. And then I was going to donate it or something, but actually all the colour on the edges come off. So we've had it 2 years now, so I'm happy to part with that. And then finally there's this bag which had decorating stuff on the floor for ages, and we didn't know for weeks that the dog had been weeing on it. So I don't know if you'll see on the camera, it's completely stained, but that just needs to go in the bin. So that was day 10. Okay, so these are the items for day 11. These are some work trousers of Matt's. We don't remember which job. He's had a couple of jobs the last few years. We're not sure which one gave him these, but they won't fit him. So we're going to give these to his dad in case it was that company that he got them from. We've got a couple of expired restaurant cards, which I don't know why we've kept. This used to have, well, it does still have a little bit of Kera-Stays in that I used to take on holidays, but it's gone really manky and disgusting. It's been in there a few years now, so I'm going to bin that. I ordered these for D&D, and these are not the right ones, and they were happy for me to refund them, and then it just was one of those things that I just waited and waited and waited. I'm not going to give these to a charity shop. I'm going to give these to a friend of mine in case he wants them. If not, I'll give them to a charity shop. I've got this little pocket planner that, in all honesty, I've used a couple of times, but not enough, so I'm going to recycle that. This plant, it's meant to be an outside plant, but our flower bed is just completely overrun with those bushes, so the poor thing just hasn't lasted. I've tried to water it, but it was a gift from one of the kids at school. It's not something I would have bought. I'm not really a gardener. I'm certainly not green-fingered, so I'm going to pop that in the compost. This electric candle doesn't work anymore. I've replaced the batteries and it still doesn't work, so that was only from Poundland. I'm going to dispose of that. And then we've kept hold of these for ages because we were going to get the wax out and then do something with the pots, but in all honesty, it's probably been a year since these candles were used up and I keep forgetting about them, so I'm probably not going to do anything with them, so I'm going to recycle the glass. So that is day 11. Day 12, I've got the posts for the pen that we've got for the dog, but we use it inside, so I don't need those. I'm counting this as 1 item. These are empty tubes of poo bags that for some reason we'd kept in the box of all his stuff. I've got a Swiffer mop, which I used to use quite a lot downstairs, but this isn't extending anymore, so I either need to fix it or dispose of it. But I haven't been able to fix it, so I think it's going to have to go, which is a little bit annoying because I quite enjoyed using that. I've got 4 mixers for gin, but to be honest, I had one and they were not very nice. I certainly am not going to use the lime or the rose. That was elderflower. I have elderflower tonics anyway. And then this one was mandarin. I was looking forward to trying that one, but I just haven't got plain gin. And I've had these since last Christmas. That's quite a long time now. So I'm not going to keep those. I've then got 5 glass bottles that had olive oil. So this one's empty, but I'm getting rid of the bottle. This one and this one still have oil in them, but they're well out of date. And then these ones I've probably had 7 or 8 years now. and definitely the stuff inside is not worth using anymore. I was going to wash them out and keep the little glass jars, but to be honest, they've been in my cupboard the 2 years we've lived here and I've not done anything with them, so I can't imagine that's going to be the case. So that is day 12. Day 13 starts with this drawer unit. I've had this a really long time. I'm not actually getting rid. I'm taking it into school to repurpose for my speech and language resources, as this is no longer needed in my house and has been in the loft for a long time now. And this is the rest of day 13. So I've got a pair of earrings that were making my ears sore. I've got 4 needles that I just don't reach for these ones. I don't do tapestry, so I don't need ones quite this thick, and then I can never find the needles I need because these are in the way. 2 shopping bags. This one is completely stained. I think it was fabric softener or laundry detergent that spilt on it, and no matter how much I wash it, it just looks horrible. This one here is broken. 2 Lidl magazines, Aldi magazines, sorry, that I don't want anymore. 2 broken hairbands, and a pair of pyjamas. These are nice pyjamas, but I just never reach for them. They're not my favourites. They don't fit as comfortably as the others, so there's no point in keeping them. And as you can tell by the sound of my voice, I'm actually filming the rest of day 13 on a different day. But does it matter? No. This is the rest of day 13. Day 14, I have a broken box. It's cracked on the bottom. I'm not sure if you can notice. A dog toy that's been destroyed. A dog toy that he struggles to fit in his mouth and doesn't really play with. A remote that the dog found and chewed and no longer works. This is what they gave us to cover his cast. He's had knee surgery, the dog that is, and this is what they gave us to cover his cast, but his cast is off now. 3 jams or preserves that I've had since last Christmas, so peach and prosecco, strawberry and champagne, and Bucks Fizz. They were all really yummy, but they should have been consumed within 6 weeks, and they've been open 10 months. 2 forks, 2 3M sticker things that are from our dog cameras, which we're not going to use, a Love to Shop voucher that Matt's already used, and then a pair of pyjamas with the waistband that has gone. So these are a pair of my Star Wars pyjamas, my favourite ones, but the elastic in the waistband is gone. So that is day 14. And this is day 15. So the first item is this gift bag. It's actually full of paper rubbish from my school supplies, so I'm just counting that as one item. Then I have a bath lily that just is falling apart now, so I've got a new one. Bin in that. I have this lead that is my dad's. There is a power bank that goes with this. I'm not sure where that is off the top of my head, but I'll give the lead back, and then when I find the power bank, I'll return that. Then I have this little graduation bath bomb cover, which will be donated, as will this plant pot. We have a new white one for the peace lily in my front room, because I didn't want the gold. Then I have this photo frame, which again just doesn't fit the aesthetic in a house, but will be a really good present for somebody in a charity shop. I've got a selection of pens that I just don't use. I don't even know where this one came from. It wasn't mine. But a lot of these colours like orange and yellow I wouldn't use, so I'm just counting that as one item. This eye mask, in all honesty, I just don't sleep with them, so I'm going to put that in the donation bag. I have this carpet cleaner, which I really don't like the smell, so I'm getting rid of that. A broken hairband, 3 batteries, which I'm classing as one item. They've just come out of, what did they come out of? Oh yeah, the torch. Our torch ran out of batteries, so I've just replaced those. I have 2 nose sprays. I'm keeping these as separate items because this one's run out, and this one I bought because it seemed like a really good idea, but it kind of goes like jelly in your nose, and I really didn't like it, so I'm going to dispose of that. And then I'm counting this as one item. This is a set of paintbrushes. Matt brought them home from work, but they're really not very good, so he's going to take those back to work. I don't want to bin them, it's a waste. So that was day 15. And technically, I also have this massive thing of school supplies that are going back to school. So that bag is also leaving the house, but I'm not counting, I'm not decluttering it, I'm just moving it to a different place. I was just getting rid of these items and realised that I forgot to mention this one. This was Afterbite, which would come in really handy at the moment. I've got terrible gnat bites, but the dog found it, chewed it, and then realised it tasted disgusting and left it alone. So unfortunately, we can't use that anymore. Day 16, I have a carrier bag that's actually Matt's mum's that we need to return. I have 2 birthday cards that I found in my car. I have a bag that my mum gave me which I don't need. I'm using it because I've got it, but I don't need it. So I'm going to declutter that one. A mask, we're no longer wearing these, and I don't know that that's clean. I found it in the bottom of my car. A pen that I've used up at work. My old Scrub Daddy I've replaced. It's got a bit of a manky colour on one side, so getting rid of that. This deodorant that I don't enjoy using, so I'm going to bin it. This keyring that's actually broken and a bit disgusting now, which I found in my car. This car freshener that I'm not using, and it doesn't smell of anything. I can't even get the cap off either at the moment. This is my bike seat thing that I used to use when I went to spin class all the time. But to be honest, I actually found it worse putting this on than just using the seats. They've got new bikes now, so I don't need this. I've got a broken mug. I've got a pair of boots that I bought last winter, which I thought were a really good idea, and I put on the other day, and they are not comfortable at all. And then I've got the shampoo, conditioner and body wash things that I made. So I did a video on these and I loved them. So I used old hand soap containers, and then I bought these stickers in Home Bargains. But no matter how much I clean them, we've got such hard water here. This happens every week. And now the silver's just coming off, and it's just such a pain. And Matt hates having to use these because they don't pump very much out at a time. They're getting really stiff. They've lived their best life, and their best life is not still alive, to be honest. So I'm going to bin those now. I'm just going to go back to just using toiletries as you normally use them. So that was whatever day I said this was, 16. Day 17, and I have got 12 of these IKEA Tollsby frames. I have kept these for about 6 years. I used to use them at school. I haven't used them for a really long, probably about 4 years I've not used them. And I kept hold of them because IKEA don't sell these in the UK anymore. But I just can't see myself using these again. So I'm just being brutal, and they are going to the charity shop. So there's 12 of those. A pair of ruined shoelaces, it's 13. A bunch of Polly Pockets that I'm going to take back to work, 14. And then a phone case for a Matt for 15. These little photo corners that came free with an album that I'm not going to use. And then a load of paper that I borrowed from work that I am now returning. So that's 17. Day 18, I have a pile of paperwork that would have been useful in those IKEA Tollsby frames, but I'm not keeping them, and some phonics resources. We don't use this scheme anymore, so I'm counting that as one item. 5 phonics games that I've cut out a long time ago. However, we don't use this scheme anymore, so I'll keep the wallets but get rid of the games. A pile of Harry Potter McDonald's Monopoly tickets that we won nothing on. A set of role play masks for what game was it? Was this the little? No, this was the Gingerbread Man. But I don't use role play masks anymore, so I'll dispose of those. Another phonics game that needs to be gotten rid of. Then I've got these 2 whiteboard pens. I don't use yellow, so these I'll just put in the stockroom at school. This is from school. I need to just return it. I've got a couple of pens that I'm getting rid of because they are just at the end of their life. This one doesn't work anymore. I have 2 forks that I'm going to take to school, odd ones. I just accumulate odd forks, whether it's me or Matt, I don't know, probably mostly me. And also this orchid mister that I just don't use, so I'm going to see if my nan wants it because it's still in working order. So that was day 18. Day 19, we have this Polly Pocket punch pocket thing that I think might have dog wee on it. It just looks disgusting, so that's going in the bin. This broken charger, so the end has come away. This used to be my staff lanyard. It catches in my hair, so I covered it with a bandage, but honestly, I know it looks disgusting. It's been through the washing machine so many times, but I have a nice new fresh one. This adapter, I think this came with Matt's diffuser, and then I think I got rid of this, and for some reason it just has appeared again. This dog toy, because he's just eating the plastic here and just tearing up the rope, and I know he's going to start swallowing all the little pieces of plastic. This children's dictionary, it doesn't work anymore. The batteries have gone weird. This is from school. I brought it home to put new batteries in it to try and fix it, but it is kaput. I have this open packet of steri strips, which I've used most of them when I cut my hand a couple of weeks ago, but because these are now open, they now need to be disposed of. 2 of the charity sort of collection bags. We get these a lot, but I don't use them. I tend to take them to actual charity shops if I have any donations. This is the spare strap to my Fitbit. I don't need that one, so this will be donated. I've got a blade from my Fiskars trimmer that's now dull. I've got a selection of batteries. I'm just going to class them as one item. I've got a shopping bag, which I really like this one. It's got a really cute dog, Santa's little helper, but it has, if I can show you the right bit, the bottoms come away, and it's not serving its purpose. This ribbon, I don't even know where it's come from, but I'm not going to use a ribbon this thick. This wax melt, this was a gift from one of the kids at school. It's from Poundland. I have 3 others at the moment. I don't tend to use this one. I was using it in the kitchen, but I just don't tend to use it, so I'm going to clean it out. Oh no, I was going to donate it, and then I found that it's actually broken. There's a chip at the front of it, so I'm actually going to have to dispose of it. This was a tin Matt brought home from work, but I don't need it, and he doesn't need it. He just wasn't sure if I'd want it for something. And then finally, oh no, not finally, I have this Minky, which has been through the washing machine a few times. I can't remember what I last used this on, but it just looks grimy. It's probably clean, just stained, but I don't like the idea of cleaning something with something that looks dirty. I've got this plug here, which, as you can see, is broken. I don't know where the end is. I'm hoping it's not in one of our plugs. And also this little Kinder Egg toy, because I'm an adult, not a child. So that's day 19. Day 20, I've got 2 little bow ties that Chester's groomer tends to pop on his collar when he's been groomed, but we don't keep the tiny ones. A little appointment card that I found that's from an old appointment he's already had. This biro doesn't work. It's really scratchy. It's awful to write with. And then this pen isn't working very well. Not because it's run out, because the nib's kind of broken a bit. So I'm going to get rid of that one. We've got this collar that was given to the dog when he had his surgery, but it's too small. He could actually get to his wound. He managed to undo his stitches. So I'm getting rid of this. We have a bigger one now. I'm refunding this eucalyptus. I bought this to go into a baby bouquet, and then I didn't end up using it, so I'm going to go and get my money back. I have a packet of this Halloween pasta. We bought some for ourselves, and we were going to give some to Matt's mum, but to be honest, it wasn't that nice. So I'm going to pop this in the food donation thing in Asda when we next go shopping. As the dates on it was brilliant, but we won't use it. I've got the back to our torch, which constantly falls off. It's irritating me like there's no tomorrow, and we don't hang it up anymore. It's in a drawer, so I'm going to get rid of that. Some McDonald's little tokens. I found 3 phone cases of Matt's. 2 gift cards that we've used up. This is an old one. This was from our birthdays, which we've just recently used. I've got 2 items here technically, because I've got a folder that I'll take back to work, because I do tend to use this for work stuff. And I've got all these wallets that I'm going to get rid of as well. So I'm counting that as 2 items. I'm not counting all the individual wallets. And then I've got 3 dog bowls. So this metal one, my mum bought us before we had our dogs. So whenever they brought their dogs, there was always a water bowl. But I find with the metal ones, you end up with this sort of calcium line, no matter how much you wash them. Because that was Chester's water bowl for a while. And then we had these Halloween bowls, Brew and Bones, they say. But this one, I don't know what happened. I came in from work one day and there was all these chips in it. And this one's also started to get chipped. So rather than pack them away with Halloween stuff, we are going to get rid of those. So that was day 20. Day 21, I've got a bunch of underwear. A lot of it's new. I don't like the fit. An old receipt from a watch that Matt bought me as a gift. Some wet wipes that are dry now, so I'm just getting rid of them. And an old asthma pump I found in Matt's drawer. These velvet scrunchies I don't particularly like wearing, so I'm going to donate that one. A random black shoelace, I don't know what that's come from. This little vinyl name that I made for somebody for something, and he doesn't play D&D anymore, so that's not needed. Some makeup that I've had a really long time and that's probably out of date, including these eyeliners, so 4 of those. The empty iPhone box from one of Matt's old phones I found in the cupboard. This tablet container that I don't use anymore. Once I find all the little compartments, they'll also go in the bin. Then this is an old lead to an old work phone, but it works, it can be donated. A random lid, I don't even know where it's from, but I found it. And also a broken pair of fake Ray-Bans that we got on our holiday to Santorini, which is a bit sad. But yeah, that was day 21. Day 22 is a bit random, just raided my bedside table and my wardrobe. Found an old badge of Matt's, but I don't think we need to keep that. Some random bits and pieces from invites, something that Matt brought home from work, that's with his razor, that was with a pair of socks, just all sorts of random bits. Found 2 lids, I couldn't work out what they are from, so getting rid of those. A random battery that's probably dead, I don't know, but it's going. This little case had some earrings come in it, getting rid of that. This watch, it doesn't work, and I don't wear this one. I've got some other ones that I prefer, so I'm going to donate that one. This was an e-gym band of Matt's that the dog got to ages ago, but he doesn't go to that gym anymore. Some jewellery packaging. I've got these zoom lenses I thought I donated previously, but I don't know if I just forgot or mistook the bag, but they need to go. Part of a hair clip that's broken. Some cream that's definitely out of date by now. A couple of face masks, a broken hairband, and a belt that doesn't fit. That was day 22. Day 23. Empty shoebox, a bolognese sauce. We weren't keen on this, I'm going to give it to the food bank. It just didn't have a lot of flavour. 2 broken leads, a pair of socks that don't belong to us. I think they're my dad's, so I'm going to hand them back. A broken wall stapler, a power bank that's also my dad's, need to give that back to him. 2 deodorants that I just found this brand made my armpits, or my underarms I should say, this is a bit politer, my underarms very, very sore, so I'm going to get rid of those. Some out-of-date OXO cubes, some out-of-date food. I've got Minimallows, hot chocolate sticks, and popcorn. Some 2 candy canes that I don't know when they're from, so I don't know the date of those, so I'm going to dispose of them. These Christmas socks, got them at work. I won't wear them, so I'm going to donate them. A couple of little Hummerby decorations that were made for me last year. The top of our broom. 2 cans of beans. I don't think I counted these. I think I just put them on the side. These are actually going to my mum's, but 2 cans there. I don't think I counted them in my 23. This dip's been in our fridge for ages. I'm going to get rid of it. 2 socks that just fall off my feet when I wear them. They're from different sets, but yeah, just don't like them. And then this bag here, which I believe is my mum's, so I will hand that back to her. I'm pretty sure that was 23 items. Yeah, it was 23 without these, because they're not being decluttered. I just need to take some tins to my mum's. So, 23. Okay, day 20, got some bits from the wardrobe. Matt's got rid of 5 white shirts. Some don't fit, some are just really old. And also this 3-piece suit. He bought them all individually. It's not a matching suit, but it matched enough when he needed it. But it doesn't fit anymore, and he has one he prefers. Then I'm decluttering this passport case and this travel journal. They were bought for me as gifts. I'm going to either donate or sell those. They're lovely. I already have a passport cover that I like, and I just won't use that, so it makes sense to give it to somebody who will. I've been keeping these Harry Potter bottles for the longest time. These little test tubes, vodka mort, mystery rum, and witch's gin, and then the 3 of the glass bottles that came with them. But I've just not ever done anything with them, and I keep keeping them and then not doing anything, so it's just a waste. I'm going to recycle those. This dress I don't wear. I don't like the fit on my arms. A chunky suit hanger, which we don't need. This scarf, this is brand new. It was bought for me as a gift, but I don't tend to wear big fluffy scarves like this. I don't like the feel of knitted items, to be honest, so I'm going to sell that. And then these shoes here I bought for a friend's wedding, but they were the most uncomfortable shoes I've ever worn in my life, so I'm going to either sell or donate to those. So that was day 20. So I accidentally filmed day 20 twice, so I've just got an extra 4 items to make one of them day 24. So to make it up to day 24, I've got this bag here which is falling apart on the bottom. I've got this old vet's appointment card. I keep finding these. I don't know why they write it down for us in this sense, because I just write it in my phone. A pair of old slippers, and this grooming brush. The dog really doesn't like this one, and we've got different ones now. So that now makes it day 24. Day 25, I've gone through a chest of drawers upstairs. Found 2 things of packaging off of Matt's uniform. Don't know why that's still up there. A screw, I have no idea where it's come from. Some paperwork, which needs to be binned. This was from my dad, needs to be returned. Some like stocking fillery gifts that we don't need or want anymore. This bracelet from when we went to see the Knife Angel. A dolphin paperweight, a lint roller thing, a couple of shot glasses, some gifts. This had a necklace Matt bought me in it. It's very lovely. It's got roses inside, It says I love you, and then the necklace was in the bottom drawer, but I have no use for the actual box anymore, so that might be something nice for somebody to get before Valentine's Day. Some chocolate that's out of date, an empty Pandora box, a paperweight, a really massive plug, a little magnetic thing that you put around wires, but I don't tend to use these anymore. I just keep finding them all over the place, and various different attachments to a razor that doesn't work anymore. So we haven't got the razor. Is that a decent blade? Can't even tell if that's a new blade. I think that might be a new blade. So I might take that off, because I think I'm going to replace this. So I'm going to take the blade off, take that back upstairs, but the rest will all go. So that was day 25. Okay, for today's selection, I went through the kitchen cupboards and rearranged a few bits, and I have got 26 items. You'll see what I mean. So I've got this knife block. We're keeping all the knives, but I've put them in a drawer. This is really hard to clean, so we're taking it off the counter. Then I've got these 2 Systema lunchboxes that are Matt's mum's that we're going to return. This pet treat launcher that we just don't use, and it doesn't work very well either, so I'm going to donate that. I'm counting this as one item, but it's loads of recipes and things that we just don't reach for them, so they're all going. I've got these 3 glass jars that used to be my hot chocolate station, as with this tray. All of the hot chocolate's out of date or used up, and to be honest, I'm just trying to get more things off the sides. And I do like hot chocolate, but I've been using the actual chocolate bombs more so than the powders and things, so I don't think I'll do another station at Christmas. Plus I'm trying to be a bit healthier. I've got these 3 like can and jar sealer things. We just don't reach for them. They're from IKEA. I've got a cake server, and I have a new, well, I haven't got a new one. I've got one from when my uncle passed away. I've got a sterling silver one, so I don't need this one now. My mum gave us this with a collapsible dog bowl. This is just a bit too big for our dog. We don't need to fill it up this much when we're going away, so we're going to donate that, but I'm keeping the bottle. I've got all these little pots that we were keeping his food in. We don't use these again. That's 5 of those. A tub of After 8 chocolates. I can't remember if these were out of date or I just wanted to get rid of. Oh no, they're still in date. I was just going to take them into work and let people have at them. 2 boxes of crackers that are in date I'm going to take to school. A little carabiner that I don't know where it's come from. And then I'm counting these as 3 items. So it definitely could have been a lot more than 26. But I'm counting these odd ones from school as an item I'm going to return to school. These were a cheap Poundland set of forks, which we only have 3 of the 4 left. I'm going to take those into school. We never have forks. And then I bought this cutlery from B&M. It was cheap to use as like lunch cutlery. But in all honesty, I just use the regular cutlery and wash it up. And this is just using up space in our drawers that I've now used for straws and things. So I'm also going to take all of that into school, and everyone will be very grateful for all the cutlery. So that is my 26 items for today. Day 27, apologies for the lighting, but it is evening. But I want to just film this, get it in the bin, because bins are being collected tomorrow. I did actually stop counting once I discovered these, but I'll come back to them. I have a plastic Tupperware that's no longer used. I've got 2 extras of yarn from blankets I've made, so I don't keep the little endy bits. I've got some random junk mail. I've got the dog's car seat, because he doesn't sit in it anymore. He just has a seatbelt and a basket. Some truffles that are out of date. We did try and eat them, even though they're out of date. They don't taste great anymore. The top tin here, I think it's this one, is out of date. These 2 have the date of January, but these have been in a cupboard for 2 years, and every time I suggest to Matt, oh, do you want mackerel? Or sardines even, he really doesn't want it. So I'm going to pass these along to somebody who will want them. 2 open cereals. I didn't particularly like these. I didn't like the texture of them, and they've been open so long they've gone stale. These 2 buns are stale. The last of these wraps have been in the cupboard for a few weeks now, just got knocked to the bottom. This is the lid to that candle there. I do tend to keep, in fact, actually, I don't need this lid anymore. I have enough items for 27. I tend to keep the lids because then I include them in the empties video, but then they just chill out in that drawer for weeks. But anyway, I'm going to keep it because then it goes as a whole, the empties video. I then came across these coffees. Now, the date on these are November. It's December now, so they're perfectly drinkable. But the only people that drink these are my parents. They don't come around all that often. So I'm going to give them all of these and then get a couple of new boxes that will stay in the cupboard for a bit longer. So there's 2 whole boxes here, although that one's open. I'm not sure if it's full. But then there's tons here. There's Irish latte, chocolate and caramelised hazelnut, and then I think there's the double chocolate mocha. Yeah, there's quite a lot here. So definitely more than 27 items. But I'm sure my parents, they're not used by, they're just best befores. But these ones are October. So I'm going to see if they want to drink these up. And as I say, just get some fresh boxes for the house for whenever they come over. So that is day 27. I'm combining days 28 and 29 because there are 57 items here and it did take me 2 days to go through all of the kitchen cupboards, so it counts. So there are 57 items here. A lot of it's out-of-date food or open packaging, etc. I'm not going to be using this, so I'm going to refund it. We no longer need puppy training spray. I have a broken bottle. The metal on the top's come undone. An old bottle I don't want, out-of-date peanut butter, 2 mugs that I'm decluttering, some out-of-date hot chocolate bits, a load of out-of-date dog food, and he's gone off these anyway, and I still have like another 10 packets because I forgot to cancel the subscription. Note to self, cancel the subscription. These he doesn't really eat, so I'm gifting them, same with those. These ones he doesn't really eat, so I'll pass these along. Some cutlery that's not ours, that's my mum's. These ones are probably stolen from school. In fact, that's our old set. A bra which has a snapped wire in it. Oh, I'm not even showing you on camera. Some sweets that have been open for a while. A face cloth, out of date vanilla extract, the flavour maker for some chips that Matt cooked the chips but never put the flavour maker on. Go figure. Some pickled onions that have been open way too long. A Cora which I don't use. This is actually my mum's dog bowl. We've had it for a really long time. This is my mum's Tupperware. I need to return this broken organiser. Out of date biscuits by a long way, but I'm keeping the tin, but I'm going to declutter the biscuits. Bay leaves, apricot jam that's gone mouldy, open packets. This is from 2021. These are from 2021. No, 2020 actually, so I think they're probably out of date now. This side are neither me or Matt like. A load of open packets of crisps and things. These sweets, again, I don't know how long I've had them, so I don't know whether they're good or not. Open Pringles, open knickknacks, out-of-date prawn crackers, etc, etc. I don't mind eating food that's a little bit out of date, but a lot of this is really out of date or completely stale. So I'm going to grab a black sack and chuck a load of this. So that's days 28 and 29. Day 30 is a complete mixture. I've got a ton of paperwork, old schoolwork, old patterns and stuff. I'm counting as one item. I've emptied out my ink cartridges and got rid of the packaging, so that's 2. I've got 3 magazines here that I'm getting rid of, sort of kitchen and furniture related, which I just haven't used. Those are Matt's old work trousers that have ripped. I've got these 2 copies of Harry Potter. I've actually got the hardbacks in these, and then I saw the paperbacks in Aldi. Thought, oh, I'll collect those too, but Amy, be serious, you've got the hardbacks, you don't need the paperbacks, so I'm going to sell them. I've got these 2 sets of drawers that I bought to do a Happy Mail project with a long time ago, and I've never used them, so I'm going to donate. I'm going to donate my little Crafter's Companion or sell it, I'm not sure. A little glass bowl that I don't need anymore. A lead from my car, my old car that I don't need anymore. In fact, actually, I won't get rid of that. I'll give it to my sister because she can use it for the same purpose I did. I'm also going to give her this because I've got 2 of the same one. I'm going to see if she wants that one. I've got a book here that it turns out I've actually got another copy of, so I'm donating that. I'm also donating this paper pad that I've never used. It was given to me in a swap. I'll either donate or sell. A couple of pouches that Dice came in, some polystyrene that came from some candle packaging, which I'm going to try and put in the shed perhaps for plants. No, I'm not. I'm going to bin it. A Ferrero Rocher container that I was keeping to do something crafty with and never did anything crafty with it. A fork that looks just disgusting. It probably wasn't clean. It was probably in the bottom of a backpack at some point. It's an old Poundland set. I'm just going to bin. A thank you note from a wedding. A thank you necklace from one of the kids. I'm going to donate that because I won't wear it and it'll be a nice gift for someone else. They'll pick that up cheap in the charity shop. Couple of key rings that came in Christmas crackers. These little notepads on clipboards that I bought a really long time ago and they've just been sitting there ever since. And I found 2 random lids. I'm also going for a bonus 35 items because with these 35 items it brings my total to 500, and I like a round number. So here I have got a compression bandage that I used to use, and I had to use it on the dog recently when he managed to get to his stitches, so that now needs to go in the bin. I've got two moustache trimmers that no longer work even when you change the batteries, so I need to replace these for Matt, not for me. I don't have a moustache I need to trim. And then these blades, I don't have this razor anymore, so it just seems silly. I've kept them for probably 3 years and I've never bought that razor again, because I wax now anyway, so they are useless. And a little face scrubber that I no longer use, a little rubber one. It's super cute, and even just looking at it now and touching it now, I'm going, should I get rid of? But the answer is yes. Goodbye. I've got this deodorant that it's hurting when I use it, so I'm going to get rid. I've got the rest of the pill box container. I found the missing piece. I have this little loofah thing that's too small to use, but I am going to cut the little frog off and give that to the dog, but I'll get rid of this. I have a nostril trimmer that just doesn't work anymore, even with the battery. The blade doesn't move, so again I need to get Matt another one. Good job, Christmas is coming up. Guess what he might be getting. I've got 2 broken hairbands. I've got a soap dish that I no longer use. I have a hairbrush that I don't want anymore because I've melted loads of the bristles and it keeps making really bad mats in my hair, so I'm getting rid of that. I've got this little basket which I don't want anymore, and inside there are 9 little reusable face cloth things. These are too small. I don't use these ones. These ones are too small. I've kept a few others, but there's 9 of those in there. I have a really old Lidl magazine randomly that I found. I have the manual to our thermostat thing, which we don't need to keep anymore. I have got 2 hangers. This one is a broken hanger, and that one is one that came on a piece of clothing from Asda. I just didn't take the hanger off, I forgot, so I'll donate that one, but I'll dispose of this one. Some work trousers of Matt's that have now got a hole in the pocket, and actually they're ripped all over, so we're binning those. He's got some new ones. A broken Halloween ornament that needs to go in the bin. I've got 4 Halloween gonks that I haven't used this year, so I'm going to donate those. They've actually still got the tags on from last year. I never really used them, but I really love the little mini Easter gonks. I'm obsessed with them. I quite like a Christmas gonk, but to be honest, I don't really know why I bought those. I think I just got caught up in the hype last year. And then the final 2 items are these bedding sheets, which is a bit of a word of warning really. I left these in the wash basket for a week with a damp towel in there as well, and just didn't get a chance to get round to doing it, but it actually grew mould, can you believe? So I'm guessing there must have been some problem. We did have a little small patch of mould in the bathroom which has been treated, so I'm wondering if it's got caught onto the towel from that. The towel set I need to sort out, either bleach wash, get rid of, I'm not sure, but I can't see any mould on those ones, but I can see the mould on the bed covers, so they are unfortunately going in the bin. I really like those ones from IKEA, so I will replace those. So they are my bonus 35 items, so that brings my grand total to 500 items. I enjoyed playing this game, although I broke all of the rules and I didn't do it consecutively, and I didn't necessarily do it in the right order. I just picked random stuff and got rid of it. So I did enjoy it, but I feel like I didn't do it as religiously as I should have done, so perhaps it hasn't had as much of an impact as you would hope if you did it sort of over the actual 30 days. It's taken me more like 3 months to do this, but it is still 500 items that I leave in my home, so for that I'm quite pleased. If you are still here on day bonus 31 / actually 35 items, then thank you so much for sticking around and watching. I hope you've enjoyed having a nose at what I've got rid of. It's been a complete eclectic mix, and there's going to be so many more decluttering videos coming up sporadically. I don't want to kind of like ram them down your throat, but I just feel so overwhelmed. We've got so much stuff. And these are quite easy decisions, like broken hangers, broken hairbands, things I'm not using, a deodorant I don't like, but I need to be a bit more ruthless with the rest of the stuff that's actually, there's nothing wrong with it, I still like it, but just maybe I'm not using it. So definitely going to be a lot more decluttering items coming up on the channel, videos even. I know this has probably ended up as a mammothly long video with 30 days worth of decluttered items. So as I say, if you are still here, comment below so I can personally thank you for still being here at this point of the video. And if you try anything like this, or you have a similar game, I've tried the alphabet one, the A to Z decluttered challenge. I've now tried this one, although not properly. But if there's any others that you suggest, then let me know, because I definitely want to keep sort of doing things that will encourage me to declutter. And another bonus 50 items. If you're still here at this point of the video, honestly, props to you, because I can't imagine how long this video is going to be. But we've been decorating for Christmas and I cleared out my car and I've got at least another 50 items on this table that are going, and I feel really good. My boot is loaded with all of this stuff. I will insert a really short clip at the end of this video just to show you all of the stuff in my boot, so you really get a grasp of. That's just the donating stuff. That's not even the stuff that I've had to throw away. But anyway, as I say, I've gone through the Christmas stuff and we're also getting rid of all of this. So there were a couple of tins that used to hold the lights. Now these lights we binned because they went discoloured. The snowman ones are on our tree, but I'm not going to put them in this tin. When we store them, I will put them elsewhere. So I'm going to get rid of the tins. This little ornament, a scent stick, randomly in one of the boxes, a selection of cards, a broken lead, a little ornament that was made for me. I don't even remember which child made this. That sounds really awful, I know. But often I get little things like that in my cards, and I don't remember who made that, but I got rid of the other two, so that one is also going. Some lights. I'm going to take these into school because they're little red lights, and I could probably use them as sensory tray perhaps. Some broken ornaments, and I'm not being funny, like quite clearly the dog got to this last year. Why was this still in our decorations bags? Why did we keep this? Couldn't tell you. That one's also destroyed. This one's broken because the tops come off. Couldn't find it in the stuff, so that one can't be used anymore. A couple of balls that were in my car. Bought these for school journey, but then we didn't use them. I'm going to give these to a friend. A couple of timers. We don't use these anymore because we've got the ones with the remote, so I'll donate. The throwy, bullety things that you throw. Also, I'll give those to somebody that can make use of them. A couple of other ornaments that were chewed by the dog. These weren't too bad, but they're bad enough that they shouldn't really go on the tree, so bin those. This is his Christmas jumper from last year, and I put it on him the other day and it's way too small, so I'm going to donate. And then that is a reindeer outfit that was given to me. It used to be, I think my nan got it for her dog. It was too big. It's too big for Chester, so I'm going to see if someone in my family wants it. This cushion here, we don't use it. It's super cute though, and now I'm like, meh. If it didn't have the numbers on it, I think I'd keep the cushion because it's really, really cute. But I'm not going to sit here and change the days, and the dog's going to chew him once he's allowed out of the cage. But I'm not sure with that one. I might try and sell that perhaps. This clothespin thing for cards, but our cards go on the unit there, so it's fine. Some loose baubles that we're not using. All of these gonks I'm going to sell. I'm going to put them on Vinted, I think. I haven't tried Vinted before, but my friend raves about it, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start listing things on Vinted because I like the fact that they choose how it's being posted. I don't have to worry about adding that into costings and stuff. I just pick a price, like £3, buy the gonk, and then that person chooses what they want to do with it. Some snow confetti, which I might take into school. I'm sure that can be used in early years in some way. Some bottle stoppers that we don't use. These two little houses I bought from Poundland for a DIY that I never did. Some ornaments that came from a big set, which we don't like these ones. And then we'd bought 2 of those sets. And then we bought quite a lot of really nice glass baubles. And we've used that one full set, but I'm not using this one. And I bought it 2 Christmases ago now, so I can't take it back. So I'll donate that. Somebody might get that for a couple of quid and have a whole set of decorations. And I think that's everything on the table. I always find I do these videos and then right at the end realise there was something that I didn't say, but I think I've said everything. So yes, I'm going to bag up what's going to the charity, bag up what's going to my friend, and I've been filling these boxes here with anything that I'm looking to sell, which I don't really like long term because I don't want these boxes full. We kind of want these for like long term if we have kids. It's good toy storage, etc. So I don't want to fill them, but I'm happy to house stuff to be sold until it's sold temporarily. So that's where the gonks will go. And yeah, so that's another 50 items. So far that brings my total to 550 items. And I'm about to be doing an underbed and wardrobe declutter and a loft declutter So I can't imagine the total of the number of things that I'll have got rid of in the last year or so, but I feel really good for it, and it's just making me want to do more and more spaces. So I've got to say, if you are still here at the end of this video, massive props to you, and please let me know in the comments, because I will just have to give you an absolute round of applause. And yeah, please try doing some of these challenges. I found it really hard. I did not do it in the days that it said, but it made me get rid of stuff. So I don't think I'll do this challenge again for a little while, but I'm still going to keep decluttering, doing sort of the messy to minimal style makeups of my space. So yeah, right, need to get rid of this and get this in the car. I'm going to the charity shop today because I've got bags and bags and bags, and they keep living in my car, and I'm not actually getting rid of them. They need to go, and that is what I'm going to do this afternoon. So farewell, stuff. It was nice knowing you. I love you all if you're watching, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Lots of love. Bye.